It is close to the end of January, which means it's wintertime around here. So, needless to say, I am not mowing the field because the grass is just plain and simply not growing. I had been spreading manure up until the beginning of January, and then we got snow, so I wasn't able to spread anymore. But even though it's winter and I'm not doing the things that I normally do in the warmer weather, there's still maintenance that needs to be done out here. And as you can see, the horses are out here. They're enjoying their hay and a little bit of manure in the field, but there's not a whole lot. At this time of year, because I can't spread the manure, instead what I do, and normally do it daily, I collect all the manure. Now in the morning, I get what's up at the run-in, by the front part, and all of that goes in the pit area. In the afternoon, I collect what's in the field, and there are several low spots in the field. So the manure is going in the low spots. And because the state of New Jersey wants to know what you do with your manure, I've never done it in the past, but this year I'm actually keeping track of where I put the manure and how much. Now, as you can see, I've got the horses just in one spot with the hay. The reason being is simple. They don't always eat all their hay. And I don't want to just leave the hay there and do nothing with it because then it's a waste. Sometimes they eat more than others, sometimes they don't. Up until a couple weeks ago, they were basically eating everything that I put out, and now because the weather is so crazy, it's hard to determine exactly how much they need. And this is what's left over from last week. And today's the first day I've been able to get out here, and you see I took a rake and I raked everything up. Now what I'm going to be doing with that, I have a bag of bags over here. Of course I don't try to get every last little scrap, but the hay all goes in the bags. It is then used for various things. One thing that I will use it for is bedding for other animals. Chickens especially need a lot of bedding at this time of year. When it's really nasty out, they're spending more time in the houses, so I'm having to clean the houses more. Rather than just let this hay go to waste, I use it for that. And of course Thumper likes to eat it, and Gidget would too before I lost her. Another thing that I do with it, I save it, and then I have it in the summertime for various things that I do in the garden. I can put it around that. Now one thing that I did do this year, it was a little bit different. When I stopped being able to spread, I came out here with the mower. There were a lot of places where it was really, really, really difficult to clean the manure because of what the grass was like. This is one such area. The grass was kind of really thick and nasty. I'd try to get the manure up, and it would be catching on the grass. So when I stopped being able to spread the manure, came out here with the mower, put it on a low setting, and I mowed the field. And that also helped because even when I was spreading the manure and dragging it, it didn't do as good as it did in the summertime. So I mowed it. It's not as good as I would have liked to have been because the ground was pretty much frozen, but it's better than it was. It helps it all break up and go down into the soil that much easier. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be having to collect the manure daily, and it's going to depend entirely on what the weather does. Weather around this area can be crazy. We were supposed to have a fairly mild January according to the weather guessers. We didn't. So we'll see what happens with February. I may by the end of February, even mid-February, be able to start collecting and spreading manure again. I know we have some days coming up that are supposed to be in the 50s. So we'll see. But like I said, I've got a low spot there. There's low spots up there. A low spot there. There's a low spot back there. And there's also low spots that I haven't started filling in yet. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video and maybe got some ideas for what to do with manure around your place and caring for your field in the winter, and I will talk at you later.